commentary for you. I want to thank my sponsor, Steel Supplements. Link and discount code down the description. Also in the pinned comment, you'll find a link for their brand new energy drink, Omni. If you like energy drinks, you're going to love it. It's absolutely incredible. Had a case myself. Also in the pinned comment, you will have the link to Webull, where I am a preferred affiliate. It's their best promotion for them. All you need to do is click the link, go open an account. Simple as that. They're going to give you free stock, and your invested money will earn up to 5% back. Maximum Football released a couple days ago. I really waited. I was going to see if anyone covered this, and they didn't. I'm surprised, but it was on Steam, so not a lot of console gamers venture over. I think it's a little early for Maximum Football to be taking shots at Madden. Nevertheless, they did it. We're going to discuss it. And here's the thing. To me, I'm optimistic still. I appreciate the fact that they're working very diligently on a game, but the problem is we're going from video-based updates to image-based updates. And not that there's anything wrong with that. The reality being, though, Maximum Football looks great in still images. You know what also looks great in still images? Madden. So we need to see the changes, not just read about them. Because while I'm going through this, I just want you, if you don't mind, mentally think about EA selling you a football game each year and tell me, even though they're selling the same product, of course, how closely worded these two descriptions of the game improvements are. And in reality, Maximum Football should understand, by no fault of their own, we're programmed, because of how bad EA's games have been and how deceptive their marketing is, to read all this, but have to see it to believe it. So they admit it's been a long time since their last video update, but they've been grinding away to make Maximum Football the true American football simulation video game. Talk about the updates, which include AI, animations, physics, dynasty, customization, multiplayer, and so much more. Now, what I love about this is they come right out and lead with gameplay. Core focus. Top priority. Realistic football experience at every position. Basic football mechanics correct is the goal. We talk about this. We preach this. Give us the fundamentals first. Then we can worry about making elite players elite, great players great, poor players poor. Talk about extensive improvements in blocking. Pull blocks, downfield blocks, open field blocks. Blockers that can double team a defender when needed. From the double team, target a new defender once they detect a threat. A system that allows dynamic and smart blocking based on size and attributes. No 3 or 4, this is a direct quote, by the way, no 3 or 4 person scenes that lock players into animations, quote, like other football video games. That was actually parentheses, not a quote, but you understand. It's a quote of parentheses, if you will. We all know that's a shot at Madden. Passing. Realistic quarterback styles. Pocket passing, throw in the run style, advanced AI to help identify open receivers and allow quarterbacks with certain attributes to throw with more accuracy and power. Catching, enhancing receiver attributes to help determine everything with how a receiver handles being pressed in coverage to how well they can catch. Receivers that can now adjust on the fly when passes aren't accurate or contested, and adding hundreds of new catching animations. The run game, allowing different and various mechanics for smooth, responsive ball carrier control, AI-led gap identification, even in chaotic situations, differentiated moves for power backs, stiff arms and trucks versus speed backs, spins and jukes. Defensively, they've added improved assignment understanding for man and zone logic, defensive gap assignment AI, pre-snap adjustments, audibles, and player positioning, which in their video they showed before a little bit of very strange movement on the line with pre-snap reads where everyone was just kind of popping up and down. But they say these are going to be attribute-driven, play prediction and reactions. So that to me says play actions may finally work, because one of the big issues you have with most football games is there isn't a defensive AI. So your play action passes really can't be set up. So if they're saying that this is going to be attribute driven play prediction, you may have a linebacker that can recall plays and then you could set those players up. Be very interesting if it's true. It's a very difficult thing to do. That's why really no games have it. Physics-based tackling, again, something they've pushed. Dynasty mode. RPG-like progression mechanics for players, coaches, and facility upgrades. Realistic recruiting battles, scouting, and player development. Just for one moment, all of that was in the prior Dynasty mode. Maximum Football, if you go back and look at the Doug Flutie variant, extremely detailed. Probably the most detailed outside of like NFL head coach we've seen. So a lot of this stuff they're talking about is kind of already there. Control every financial aspect from ticket prices to merchandise to concession. Dynamic player and coach attributes that impact recruitment and gameplay. That is such a open-ended line. Dynamic player and coach attributes that impact recruitment and gameplay. I get on EA a lot about various stability fixes. That right there is the various stability fixes of promoting your game. Because it says something, it says a lot, it just doesn't tell me anything. Extensive customization. League setup, season length, playoff bracket size, custom conferences, team imports, player customization. Again, I mean, in all sincerity, I'm great that they're still there, but they've been there in the game. Customization. Team customization updates, logo upload, advanced player customization, hair, body size, equipment, tattoos, and more. But customization sharing. Now, that doesn't get clarified. Again, you're telling us what we want to hear, but you're not telling us enough. When you say customization sharing, do you mean that's something where we can go on PC only and share these files? Does that mean that you're going to have a dedicated hub where we can upload, like EA does with their rosters, and download those files from each other? Or does that just mean that you support the fact that you could share the files, but you may have to physically send them to the person, and that would be limited only to PC? Like, these are things where if you have someone in charge of all of this that is writing this for the point of promoting and selling their game, you can't put out something like this that leaves us with more questions than it does answers, right? This isn't helpful. You're telling us what's in the game that we already expect is in the game. You're selling us the best game you can make, which is our expectation already, but then you're giving us such limited data to work with, right? Where I actually have to read what you're putting in your game and then either try to embellish what I believe you're trying to say because I have no actual footage or detail to back it up, or assume the worst. And when you say customization sharing, meaning consoles won't have that. Then multiplayer. This is the last one. Online ranking system, unranked online games, ranked online games. And I swear to you, go over to Steam. That is exactly what it says. Online ranking system, unranked online games, ranked online games. Seriously. Like, what? No. Of course you're going to have a ranking system. Every game since Pac-Man has had a ranking system. I would hope that you would have ranked and unranked online games. Is that a feature? Is that an option? What is that? It's just there. Like, thanks, I guess? Because without that, what were we going to get? Just random play now? But random play now, an opponent would be ranked or unranked. So it's just, again, I think to close things out, that really encapsulates where this update is. Multiplayer, online ranking system, unranked online games, ranked online games. Thank you so much for that incredible detail, which I would have never thought would be in a video game in 2024, because that's only been the standard of video games since the inception of video games. I can't wait to learn more about the leaderboard that this game will have. With that said, I appreciate you guys watching this video, and you know when a gaming company puts out an update that I actually have to mock in a way because there's not enough information there to actually be truthful with you, there is no way that I will not be back in a week with more content.